Hi, I'm Dennis Rodkin. I write the Deal Estate column for Chicago Magazine, and this is DEQs, where I answer readers' real estate questions. Chris in Schaumburg asks, we've been contemplating buying a 2 to 4 flat in the Portage Park, Dunning area, but recently we've begun to wonder if renting isn't the better way to go. My wife is pregnant, due in September, I might go back to school, and we're not completely sure of where we want to settle. The one thing we know is that we want to find a place in the next couple months before we add to our family. What should we do? Chris, rent. Don't buy yet. There are so many uncertainties in your situation. You don't want to buy something now that you may not want later. It is true that you can get a great price now on a multi-flat in those neighborhoods you're describing. Conventional sale prices are down, way down since the boom, and short sales and foreclosures make some properties even cheaper. Since the peak in 2006, prices are down by about half in Dunning and by more than half in Portage Park, according to the data that we use in our charts. It's also true that a multi-flat is a great way to start on home ownership. The rents on the other units cover more than their share of the mortgage, and that defrays the owner's, your own housing payment. That's a great thing. But you have so many questions about where you're going to be in the next few years. If you go back to school, you may not have the income to support the mortgage, and you may be harder pressed to cover the gaps when one of those units isn't rented. Once you have the baby, the clock starts ticking on where you put that child in school. You don't know yet whether the schools in the neighborhoods you're looking at are the places that you want your child to be. And on top of that, you say you don't know yet quite where you plan to settle. In the old days, that was okay. Prices were going up fast enough, home values were going up fast enough that you could own a property for just a few years and sell it without incurring too much cost. You'd have something to roll forward. But we're in a different era now. We need to buy planning to stay for the long term. When prices do turn up in Chicago, they will grow slowly for at least the first few years, most people say. And in Dunning and Portage, the neighborhoods you're looking at, they're likely to grow even more slowly. Those were some neighborhoods that were bid up quite a bit during the boom. They're off-center places that were bid up so much that in the near future, it may be that buyers and sellers are a little more timid in the next phase of the market. So those bargain prices that are there now won't go away overnight. To me, for you, renting is a very clear choice. And by the way, congratulations on the baby. Thanks for your question. Send me more at dennis@rodkin.com.